He rationalizes? What do you take him for? A fool? If you would just listen for once in your life, you'd hear them. They're everywhere. He will prove his worth to them. He will show that he deserves to live among them. The soil-born have to die, and then the fathers will reveal themselves. But how?
Kermai, stop this! Right now!
The defense system, of course. They will understand.
To arms.
What is this?
Forgive him. It has to be done.
Find the map and leave.
That was all of them, I think. Saira, what happened up there? The Magistra, she didn't deserve that. Yes, of course. But what now, Saira? We now know what the Numinos is, but we still need a map to help us find the City of 1,000 Floods. And surviving these creatures will be a challenge, too. Yes, you're right, we do. That means back to the dock. Come on, let's get back to that elevator. So much for that. Correct. Let's look around. Magister Dryada, dead. She was already a keeper long before the Grandmaster was even born. It's just not fair. Let us hope it also leads us down the tower. Kirash. That doesn't look good. I don't know. This flying steel creature must have noticed them. I agree, but going out into the open would be suicide. At least, as long as that alarm is active. In other words, we need to find a way to switch it off. Well, that's what we need to find out. But do you remember that Sarai that Kormai told us about when we first entered the tower? He said it meant something like workshop. I suppose that's our best chance. Come on, let's get back inside. essence of a hunt. That sounds so bizarre. Look, over there. That looks promising. See what we can do to deactivate this alarm. So, did it work? Damn it. But... run!
True. Well, that's what I thought too. and this flying thing started tearing apart our ship. Thank chance I was on land when it happened. The novice, Legion, he didn't make it.
By Malphus. Then we're the only ones left.
The only ones? So the Starling and the Magistrate didn't make it either? Oh, that's tragic. I'm ashamed to ask, but what about the Numinos? Did you find anything out about it? A map? If I believed in such things, I'd call this a twist of fate. I think I know where we can find one. And up there could also be our passage back.
Up where?
Follow me. I'll show you.
How did you make it here, my sir? And what is this? Some kind of tunnel system?
Please, just a spar. I think we've been through enough together by now for that. And concerning your question, there was another entrance into the tower that led to these tunnels. There must have been shortcuts for the ones whose job it was to keep this place running. At least that's my guess. But it appears that you can reach almost any place in this Nexus tower through the tunnels. And that's just what we need.
At least one lucky break.
Don't say that too loud. For all we know about this place so far, there could be some secret mechanism that floods these tunnels with poison gas.
Wait, I don't like this. Enemies, get ready.
Damn it, that just had to happen. To the other building, quickly.
Here we are. Care to fill us in on your plan now, Jespar?
First, we need to find our map. And then... well, then we each take a seat in one of these capsules and let ourselves drop.
We let ourselves drop?
They're escape pods. Kamai had some of the ones on the airship, and I just hope they work as intended. Unless you have a better plan, of course.
No.
Good, then get going. Let's find that map.
Kirash, there you are. That was quite the landing. Come, we should go look for the mercenary, for Jespar. I saw his pod go down not far from here. Look, over there. Oh no. Oh, he's alive. Looks like a minor laceration to me, maybe a broken rib or two. I guess the force of the impact threw him against this rock. Still, we need to get him to an apothecarius. Do you have the map? I think teleport magic should work again down here. Good. Then at least all this wasn't for nothing. Let's go.
So the High Ones devour our consciousnesses. Now that's what I call ironic. Maybe Koarik and his free people do become part of these higher beings they so adore after all. We should tell them. Maybe they'll be so delighted that they will abandon the siege and sail right back to Nera.
Spare us your jests. Archmagister, how long will you need to decipher the map? Archmagister?
I don't know. A couple of days, at least. I should start right... Excuse me.
What is wrong with him?
Jaela was his mentor during initiate. But he will get over it. He has to. You did well, Prophet. Despite the complications, the mission was a complete success.
A complete success? What in blazes has happened to you, Tila?
Nothing. And now is not the time for quarreling.
Jaela is dead, Tila. Just like Jorek. Jorek for the name of the gods. And none of this would have happened if we had just given Quarik this idiotic machine. Please, Tila, if my opinion means anything to you, let go of this madness.
I don't care about your opinion. Jorek was a traitor, and Jaela gave her life for something greater than herself. But the latter in particular seems to be something you cannot relate to. Now, silence. I've had enough of your attempts to hinder our mission. Back to the topic at hand. Sharon, what do you make of Jaela's plan to use the word of the dead to enter a High One's mind? I always thought it only enabled its user to relive the last memories of the deceased.
Well, if the High Ones are made of a collective subconsciousness, they are different in that regard. They consist only of memories, and a lot of them. That is, of course, if the Magistra's theory about them is true.
Forgive my interruption, but having seen the Starling's murals, I would say it is. Mankind ascends to become a High One. This is what the cleansing really is.
Then it might work. Used on a High One, the word of the dead could allow us to enter its spirit.
We will take the risk. The walls still hold against Quarik's armies, but we need to hurry. As soon as the Arcanists have figured out the map, we will set out to find this city of 1,000 floods. If you have any unfinished business to attend to, you should do it now. Many things will be decided by what's to come. I feel it. Ah, and the apothecarius said that the mercenary will live. He's in the Cararium, in case you want to pay a visit.
That's beyond me.
One day, Nea. One day.
Let's hope he knows what
Prophet.
he's doing.
Yes. Koarek will not dare sending his troops straight against our walls. That would be tactical suicide. For now, we are safe.
Yes.
However, the red madness is getting worse by the minute. The cleansing is closing in, I can feel it. You know, I know Natara better than you might believe, and I know the reason for her untouchable demeanor. Fear. She's afraid of losing something important to her, something that she helped to create, and that is the Order. You probably do not know this, but unlike most keepers, Natara was not born of the Sublime Path. Even more than us, she had to fight for her place here. And through immense willpower and discipline, she made it. Not only to become an ordinary keeper, but into the highest league. Correct. It is all she has ever lived for, and she's afraid that change will destroy it. Your admission into our ranks, our truce with Narazul's mages. She believes that my imprisonment made me into a fool whose only intent is to get his will. She does not realize that all that has happened burdens me as much as it burdens her, and that I would give a lot for her support, rather than this ridiculous bickering. That's none of your concern, but I presume you have your assumptions. Everybody needs someone to back them up from time to time. You know, as humans, we are not so different from animals as some try to make us believe. We are like wolves, and every pack needs a leader. Someone in front who is not afraid to make the hard calls. And this is who I am. I did not ask for it, but I will not fail. If my resolve weakens, the others will lose their courage, and I cannot let that happen. But that does not mean that I regret any of the decisions I have made. None of them.